We're looking at the first proof of life beyond Earth. Lowering oxygen, more carbon dioxide. That's beautiful.
You're finally a daddy. It's gonna be a big custody battle over this one.
Look how fast it's growing. Every single cell is a muscle cell and a nerve cell.
All muscle, all brain. How smart is this thing?
So what attracted you most about this project?
You know, I think when you're looking at projects and movies being made, you're looking at a number of different elements, you know, not just the story or the script that's being told, but the people who are telling it and the people involved. And I happen to be one of the last people on board in this movie. The cast was sort of already set in a lot of ways, and the crew had been assembled, so I could look at it from a different perspective. And when I read the script, it was entertaining and terrifying. And then Daniel Espinosa, who's directing the movie, I've spoken with over a number of years about a few different projects, and he had Seamus McGarvey, who was shooting the movie, our cinematographer, and just an incredible group of department heads with like a kind of amazing experience and talent to just heighten that material, and a great cast, and I think assembled in a way that I think was kind of fun and unknown, and you know, and not what you would expect. And so I think that was it, along with this idea of a group of people in a familiar space to us in the International Space Station, a multi-cultural, multinational group of people having to deal with something together, which I loved.
And how does life contribute to the gender of extraterrestrial and astronaut? What is different about life?
Well, it's really a psychological journey into the idea of what happens when we face something new, you know, how we project onto it, how we project our own fears. And so I think that's really what the movie is talking about. You know, Daniel is from Sweden, but he also is somebody whose father was, you know, a diplomat, I think, and so in that way, you know, always dealing with different cultures and how we interact. And I think he's very politically motivated in a lot of ways, and I think assembling a group from, you know, Japan and Russia and Sweden and America and the UK, and bringing all those cultures together was very important to him.
And you shoot the whole movie like simulating zero gravity. How was that shooting? Was that the most challenging thing to do, or?
It was lovely and challenging at times, yes. I mean, you had a huge group of people making sure that that element, the zero gravity element, was real and looked real. You know, for each one of the actors, there were at least 5 people assigned to one person. So for each actor, there are 5 people, then an entire camera crew, and all of us moving, making movement seem, you know, counteracting movement based on it, creating, you know, the camera moving as we were, you know, so as with all movies, but particularly in this case, to simulate an element like zero gravity, you know, literally took a village, you know.
Could this be your first saga? Are you prepared for a sequel?
Every movie I make, I'm always prepared for a sequel. You know, I think you know, the hubris of making a movie is that you hope everybody will love it and see it, and that they'll want more. So you know, yeah, I mean, that's always the intention, you know.
No, you're not. Picture. God damn it.
These creatures wiped out Mars millions of years ago. If we let it get to Earth,
We'll risk all human life.
Let's kill the thing.
Good night, moon. Good night, room. Good night, cow jumping over the moon.